sis, can I tell you a secret? I used to think that confident women were born like that. Like they just woke up confident and they've been confident their entire life until I started meeting these women in real life. I started meeting these successful women in conferences and networking events. And then I realized that they were not born confident, that it was a habit that they actually learned over time, that once upon a time they had fear, but they decided that they were still going to move anyways, that they were going to move forward and accomplish their dreams. So when I realized that, I was like, okay, well, I need to do the same thing. So before I built the confidence to become the woman that I am today, I started surrounding myself around these women and going into these spaces. I started going to seminars and networking events so that I can rub shoulders with them, so that I can get a little gem, just one gem, right? And so it actually built up my confidence. So let me tell you a story about how I decided to do it anyways, right? And so once upon a time, it was year 2021, okay? So I have never done a speaking engagement in my life. And there was a woman that she invited me to speak at, at an event that she was having. It was like a brunch, and it was with a group of other women. And there was about, maybe she was expecting like 20 women there. And I told her, I was very upfront, and I told her, I said, but I've never spoke before in front of a group of women. And I'm not a speaker. She said, Christina, don't worry. You got this. Just be your natural self. Just show your personality. And the women, they're going to love you because I love you and they want to learn from you. Like the information that you have about real estate, the information that you have about investments, the information that you have about asset protection, they want to know that. So please come. And I said, okay. So I agreed to the speaking engagement, being very nervous, right? And I said, I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to do it while I'm scared because I have to show up for those 20 women that are going to be there, because there's something that I'm going to say that is going to impact them. And that's exactly what ended up happening. So I showed up in my little blazer, ready to slay the moment. And I did absolutely wonderful. It was the first time that I said that I end up like getting my face beat and ready and got my blazer on. And I was just like ready. And I have never done this before. And so when I went up there, sure enough, I was scared, but I got all the way in front of the event, right? And I definitely was scared, but I still decided to do it anyways. I still decided to move forward. I still decided to show up. I still decided that I was going to speak in front of a group of 20 women. And it was an absolute success. All the women, they flocked to me. They were inspired by the story that I shared. They were motivated by the investment strategies that I gave them. They were so thankful. Half of those women end up signing up for my program, and they have been rocking with me ever since. So what I want you to know is that we have to decide, right? So your confidence is not something that you're born with, right? It's not something that automatically just comes out of nowhere, right? A lot of people say, oh, I am going to be confident first, and then I'll go ahead and take the action. So I want to be confident first before I go and speak on stage, before I go and become an author, before I go and start that business. No, sis, that's the wrong way. You have to take the action first. You have to actually go start that business first, and then the confidence comes. You have to actually go and speak in front of those people on that stage before the confidence gets there. So you need to say yes to you first. You need to say yes to the assignment. You need to say yes that you're going to do it. You're going to look fear in the face and say, I'm going to do it anyways. That's exactly what you need to do, sis. That's exactly what I did. Even right now, look, we're on YouTube, right? Do you know that once upon a time, there was a time where I was so shy in front of a camera, where I was so afraid in front of a camera. And now I have 2 YouTube channels. I have thousands of subscribers and I have thousands of videos that are out here in social media. And that actually came from a scared place. That came from a woman that was afraid to turn the camera on. And look at me now with all of this confidence. Why? Because now I can create a video with my eyes closed. Why? Because now I can speak in confidence. Why? Because now I embody the energy of a speaker. I embody the energy of a leader. I embody the energy of an entrepreneur and business owner. But when I started, I didn't. I was timid. I was scared. I was stumbling on my words. I didn't want to press record. I was talking myself out of creating a channel. I was talking myself out of creating video content. God told me to start my YouTube channel in 2015. Do you know that I held myself back for over 5 years and I didn't launch my first channel until 2021? The reason why I launched that channel was because I realized that life was too short. The reason why I launched that channel is because my mother transitioned. And when that broke me into a million pieces, it built me up into the woman that you see today. The woman that said, I'm not going to let fear hold me back anymore. I was supposed to do this in 2015 and now it's 2021. Let's press record. I'm not going to hold myself back anymore. I'm not going to wait until I'm confident. I'm not going to wait until I lose weight. I'm not going to wait until I have my makeup all perfectly done. I'm not going to wait until I have a new wardrobe. I'm not going to wait until the kids are in school. I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to wait. I decided not to wait anymore. I decided that I wasn't going to let convenience get in the way. And that was the best decision that I made. And that is going to be the best decision that you make, because all of the successful women that you see, they decided. And that is what you need to do, sis. And I'm pretty sure that you have already decided. You just got to press that button. You just got to press record. You just got to sign on the dotted line. You just got to start that business. That's all you have to do. Take action, because that's what's going to build the confidence, because now you're moving forward and forward and forward and forward. And then because you decided to take action, being scared, being fearful, being doubtful, being intimidated, you said, well, wait, I'm going to be obedient. God is telling me to start this business. I know I'm a boss. I know that I'm not built for the 9-to-5 life. I know I'm not built to depend on my employer. I know I'm not built to live paycheck to paycheck. I know what God has for me. So because of that obedience, it just leads you right down the path that you're supposed to be walking on. And that's what confidence is all about. Confidence is not a personality trait, sis. It's not what you're born with. It's not how your parents raise you. It's not the day-to-day interactions. Confidence is a habit. Confidence is you doing something in repetition each and every day. So what are you doing? Let's just say you're disciplined. You're waking up at 5 a.m. You're eating clean. You're exercising. So now you love the way you look, right? Let's just say you're like, oh, well, I decided I want to put a little bit of makeup on today. I want to get my hair done today. I want a new wardrobe, right? I want to try a new color, right? It's a compilation of all of these habits that you have. And it just build up into this one big ball of energy that's called confidence. That's what confidence is. And I'm going to tell you, sis, that my entire life changed when I became confident. I'm going to be super transparent, because this right here, this series is all about me being vulnerable and me telling you where I came from and where I'm going and who I am today. So the woman that you see in front of you today, that woman had self-doubt. That woman had low self-worth. That woman had no confidence. That woman was a people pleaser. That woman was a doormat. That woman was scared of everything, just fearful. That woman grew up in poverty, all of that. And now, because I decided to take the actions, because I decided to do it very scared and very intimidated, I decided to do it anyways. But it's a snowball effect. Why? Because when I started my YouTube channel in 2021, I was like, okay, I have to show up. I have to do these videos, right? And so I had to build it up. I had to pour into myself. I had to do affirmations in the mirror. I had to, say, hey, girl, you got this. Like, everything doesn't have to be perfect. You don't need the perfect equipment. You don't need a script. You don't need any of this stuff, right? Just turn on the camera. So when I decided to do that, then it became a snowball effect, because then one video led to two videos led to four videos led to eight videos led to 16. And then it kept doubling and tripling and quadrupling until I got to the point where, like I said, I can create content with my eyes closed. Everything that I'm telling you right now is coming right off of the dome. Why? Because I know how to put my words together. I know how to express myself. I know how to communicate effectively, and I know how to interact with the camera. But that took years and years and years of me doing the same thing. It was the habit. It was me saying, yeah, I'm going to create one video a day. And now I have over 1,000 videos. Over 1,000 videos. Why? Because I decided to show up. You have to make that decision, sis. So I want you to know that your confidence is one decision away. And I know that you already made the decision because you're here on this channel. So I hope that this video helps, sis, because right now you are moving into a new era in your life where you're going to have new experiences, and you building up that confidence is one of them. So I want you to think to yourself, what have I been putting off because I'm waiting to be confident? And stop doing that. We're not putting anything off anymore. We're not causing any delays anymore. We're not waiting anymore. Now it's time to do that thing. And so what I want you to do is I want you to comment below. And I want you to comment the words, I'm doing it anyways. So I absolutely love you, sis. Thank you for tuning in. Go ahead and like this video because it does help the algorithm. Go ahead and make that comment because I'm going right in there to see that you have put those words, because that is just a confirmation and an affirmation that you are going to do it anyway, sis. I absolutely love you, and subscribe if you are loving this type of content because, sis, you a boss.